Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Richie from Boston. Holy cow, I just said my intro differently by accident. Hey, what's up, YouTube? That's odd. That's odd, because after all this time, I can't believe I just said it different, but whatever. So, my parts are coming in first thing tomorrow. It's my last night in this really crappy hotel room. I'm using my own internet from the parking lot, from my truck, to do this. But I had to, because I got nothing else to do right now, and this is kind of important. So first, I'm putting up a new video tomorrow on EMPs, and you probably want to watch it because remember all those drones that were all over the East Coast, and, you know, Trump said, don't worry about it. The FAA knew all about it. Yeah, guess what? Trump's lying. Shocking news, I'm sure, but yeah, Trump was lying. The FAA knew nothing about these drones, and the drones are still doing exactly what they were doing. The only difference is the media isn't covering it anymore, but I am.
Remember, drones. And I'm not talking about we're behind in the technology and all the technical issues. A lot of people saw them. A lot of people saw them. There were sightings. The Coast Guard saw them. The nuclear plant in my district, professionals saw them. Chiefs of police were in my office the other day, and they asked if I could find out more about it. You know, originally they said that they didn't know what it was. The Pentagon didn't know what it was. Department of Defense, they knew it was something, nothing to fear. They didn't know where they were going, what they had, but nothing to worry about. Then we were told that it was just backyard drones. We found out that wasn't accurate either. And now recently we've been told it was the FAA, which I don't understand, because if it was the FAA, wouldn't we have communicated? We spent a lot of money getting the Department of Defense out there, getting advanced radar systems out there that could detect if they were doing frequency skipping. Spent money with the, you know, different agencies, police officers, the municipal police, chiefs of police. None of them knew what was going on. Can anybody tell me, if it was the FAA, why wasn't there some level of communication? Mr. Daniels, you look like a brave man.
Congressman, I'll jump in. If it was the FAA, we have standards and rules associated with who can operate in and around the airspace for any type of drones. That means we weren't aware of it, and we remain committed to working with the agency and ensuring that that situational awareness occurs in and around all of our airports.
Yeah, well, you know, that's good and all, but, and I'm going to yield in a second, something's up. I don't know. It was either a gross malfunction, dysfunction in communication, horrible, or there's something more to it. One or the other. And I still don't, nobody can give me a good answer. I yield back, Chairman.
So yeah, if the channels you're following aren't still talking about the drones, then I don't know what you're following them for. I don't understand it, because it's a problem. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a problem. Trump came in and told us all these different things he was going to do, and he did exactly what he did with Hillary. Ugats. He did nada, nothing, zip, zero, zilch. Okay? Because he's one of them. He's one of them. He's one of them. It just blows me away that people don't understand this. And this is all Trump cares about. This is his main agenda right here. Do a simple search on DuckDuckGo. Trump pushes crypto. Trump's strategic Bitcoin reserve. Trump sends Bitcoin prices soaring. Crypto summit. Trump hosts digital. You see what I'm saying? I can't even read them all because it pisses me off too much. But this is the gist of it. He's getting rid of the dollar. He's getting rid of the dollar. He's getting rid of the dollar. Period. He's going to steal everything you've worked your entire life for in the twinkling of an eye, which is why the national debt never goes down. The national debt's still at exactly where it was. You see what I'm saying? Still doing the same thing. Same thing, different day, period. He gave $500 billion for Operation Stargate. Well, let me tell you a little secret. All this stuff is already done. And how do I know that? Because every single solitary day, there's a new thing about AI coming out. And it's horrible. And I'm talking about AI robots, man.
Humanoid robots are advancing faster than ever, with Sanctuary AI adding touch sensors to boost precision, Boston Dynamics' new Electric Atlas update, and a mecha delivering chillingly clever remarks. Meanwhile, 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗍 Robotics is preparing robots for Mars, and Huawei's 5G A-bot is redefining real-time control. With so much happening, it's clear we're entering a whole new era of robotics. All right, let's start off with Sanctuary AI. They've been on the forefront of general-purpose humanoid robotics and have recently integrated new tactile sensors into their Phoenix robots. Now, if you're not familiar, Sanctuary Cognitive Systems Corp was founded in 2018, and Morgan Stanley actually ranked them third globally for published U.S. patents in the field of embodied artificial intelligence and robotics. That's a pretty big deal. Anyway, these tactile sensors mean that their robots, which they call Phoenix, can finally feel what they're doing. So if a teleoperator is controlling one of these robots from another location, they aren't just relying on camera footage. They can actually sense the subtle pressures when the robot's fingers touch an object.
Every single day, robots jump ahead 10 years. Every day. And why is that? Because they've already had this, they've had all of this done. What do you think all the deep underground military bases that nobody talks about anymore are for? These are cities under our cities. It's in the Bible, what they do. Men hide themselves under rocks and under mountains, but they still can't hide from God. Well, they can hide from us at least, you know what I mean? All this technology that they can't even, it's like a little kid can't wait to open a Christmas present. They just can't help but reveal it because time is of the essence. They were supposed to, today, tank the dollar, but it got a respite until July. So we've got until July. I can't possibly stress this enough, and I'm going to say it, so whatever. Get your money out of the bank, or at least half of it, because they're going to take everything you've worked for and saved, everything you plan on living the rest of your life after retirement. They're going to take it and steal it, and still they're going to match you. Instant match up to 10%, up to 10% of whatever you put in free silver. Dude, that's badass. I wish I had money to give to them, but I already did, and then I gave it all away. But whatever. Don't do what I did, okay? I didn't plan on still being here. But these guys are absolutely, without a doubt, going to steal your money, and apparently it's going to be by this July. And that's all that Trump is fixated on. He doesn't care about groceries. He doesn't care about gas prices. He doesn't care about everything he possibly said to get elected. He just wanted to get elected so people will hate me saying what I'm telling them right now. And why are they so focused on getting rid of the dollar? Because it brings in the digital dollar. The digital dollar is the ultimate control system. It's the social credit system. That's exactly why they're doing this. We've heard these guys talk about this ad nauseum. You know what I mean? They're doing this. This is happening. We've got crazy things in the sky that they won't explain, and then people just forget about. And every single solitary day, their army of robots is getting bigger, better, and more lifelike, or they're showing us that they are. You know what I mean? Because every single day they make a 10-year leap in technology. Come on, man. Come on. Everything he told you was a lie. The drones were a huge deal. We had unspecified drones the size of vehicles flying all over the place. They still are, and they were hovering over military installations. I'm going to find out what those are. Ugats, nothing. Oh, the FAA said they were okay. That was a complete and utter lie, and Congress is showing that right now. I'm gonna bring out the Epstein paperwork, and I told you before they did it, it'll be nothing but redacted, and that's what it is. You know why? You know why? Let me show you why, in case you forgot. That's why. Oh, Richie, that's because he took a picture one time because of that time. Okay, one time, I get it. Oh, well, Richie, that was the other time that he was, it happens. He's a billionaire. These guys are both men, or I don't even know, but okay, yeah, it was an accident. Guess what? That list is never going to get released ever at all because Trump's on the list. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out, but it is what it is. Now, on to something else that ties into both of these things at the same time. You see how I do that? I craft them together so they match at the same time, at any rate. Now, TrueStream Media, they've been in this as long as I have, and they've always been very careful not to say things that might hurt them publicly, meaning they will not go out on a limb. I will go out on a limb. I went out on a limb to the point where they eliminated me, but it is what it is. But in this video, it's called, Is This the Last Phase Before AI Government? And this is what she gives as an example.
I made some offhand remark about how you could be forgiven if you feel like the EU is being run now by Westworld robots, which was really a sarcastic, snarky joke. But now we have a bunch of Democratic senators reading from the same script.
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
Shit that ain't true.
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 That ain't true. That's what you just heard.
And I put this together because I saw 3 of them. And once I saw 3 of them, I was like, I wonder if there's more. So I went to go look. Then I found 3 more. I actually found 7 of them, but I didn't want to keep smashing them into the thing. So I was like, okay, this is just going to take all day. I think 6 gets the point across. Then I found out, after I put this up, that there are actually 22 of them now, at least. So 22 of our senators were given a script written by someone. We don't know who that is. They say the same thing and they do the same action. They say it, then they sit down.
That's what you just saw. That's what you just saw.
That's what you just saw.
That's what you just saw.
That's what you just heard. That's what you just heard.
And that's what you just heard.
Then they put up the same font about shit that ain't true. And then all throughout the edit, while they're emotionally delivering this script,
has now empowered the richest man in the world to take a chainsaw.
He's allowing Elon Musk to literally take a chainsaw.
Elon Musk take a literal chainsaw.
Literally take a chainsaw.
Elon Musk take a chainsaw.
Elon Musk, an unelected billionaire, take a chainsaw.
His buddy Elon Musk.
Elon Musk take
The chainsaw.
Elon Musk dancing on stage with a chainsaw.
prance around with a chainsaw.
Elon Musk.
Take a chainsaw.
Elon Musk bringing a chainsaw, just trying to chop this stuff up.
Elon Musk and his Doge boys.
And his little muskrats.
Elon Musk take the chainsaw.
there are the same clips that are being shown, the exact same clips at the same time. And it all ends with the same line.
You lose and billionaires win.
And that's the truth.
And that's the truth.
And that's the truth.
And that is the truth.
And that's the truth.
And that's the truth.
And that's the truth.
And that is the truth.
And that's the truth.
And that's the truth.
And that is the truth.
And that is the truth.
And that's the truth.
And that's the truth.
And that is the truth.
And it's all edited in the exact same way.
So the question she's posing in this video, is this the last phase before AI government? Well, here's a news flash. AI government started a while ago, which is why Trump and Elon are in the White House right now conducting all this. All of this that you're seeing right now is probably AI, because we don't need public figures anymore because we have AI making all the decisions, meaning we have Satan, a literal fallen angel, the first angel God ever created, the most grand. This angel was created with musical instruments embedded in its body. It would be like having a harp and a violin already built into you. I don't know how that works, but that's what it is. That's what's running things right now. Do you know what I'm saying? If they have to do public appearances, how many times did we see a different Joe Biden? Every time you saw him, it was a different person, because they can simply put on the mask. I've shown you this a million times. And this is old technology. You know what I mean? And these masks are under $1,000 a year ago. This is a year-old video. $1,000 you can get a mask that makes a guy look like this. Think about what they do with the unbelievable amounts of money they've been stealing from Americans over the years. It's insane to me. Absolutely insane. So is AI running the government? Absolutely. I've been telling you that AI is the one that's running those drones that they just simply stopped talking about, but yet are still there. And Trump was like, oh, the FAA knew about it. Moving on. Doge, everybody. Doge. Elon Musk. We're going to Mars. You know what I'm saying? And all these tariffs that he's putting in place are going to destroy the dollar. Okay? He can say all the words he wants, but the tariffs he's putting on other countries that we rely on are going to smoke us. And they're going to come out and say, universal basic income. Universal basic income, $5,000 a month per person. Do you know how much that would cost? Let's take a peek. Okay, bear with me because we're going to do this live. 5,000 times 12 months equals times, let's say, 325 million people. How much would that be yearly? Well, oh my goodness. I don't know what that is. So that's a million, that's a billion, that's a trillion. What does it make that? Do you see what I'm saying? It's completely ridiculous. Mathematically, none of this works out, but they're just saying these words. They're saying these words. And there are actually people protesting because they want universal basic income. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, thanks to my phenomenal internet service here, I can't find the video. But there are actually people out there protesting, lots of them, that demand their universal basic income, because then they don't have to worry, and then they can do what they want. You see what I'm saying? It blows me away. It blows me away. An entire country of people doing nothing. It's amazing. It's astonishing. But here it is. They're done with us. They are done with us, and they straight up told us the Olympics isn't nothing. This last Olympics was deplorable. You remember that? It started off with a transgender Last Supper, which was just no big deal, where a man's penis was actually visually available for viewing. You know what I mean? But the way that they ended it showed everything. And the words that they're saying are telling you everything. I know I show this a lot, but it's important, okay? This was their biggest throwing down of the gauntlet that I have ever seen, where they literally burned down the world. What is exactly happening right now? We've got fires up in the Northeast right now. That don't happen. That just does not happen ever. They burn down the entire world. They play a piano ode to Satan. Satan comes out, and then they burn down the entire world. And then demonic figures that are supposed to be alien grays, which are demonic figures, start rebuilding the new world right in front of us. This was an enormous, enormous red flag, which is why I play it so often. This thing bothers me. This thing keeps me up at night. These guys were right out there, and the entire thing started out with transgenders blaspheming Jesus Christ. I mean, are you kidding me, man? Seriously. And then these creepy monsters rebuild everything, and everything is great, just not for us. Do you see what I'm saying? They've used humanity as beasts of burden to build this world up, to turn it into what they wanted it to be, only to tear it down, and now we're just simply batteries, exactly like in the Matrix. It's amazing to me that we're living in a place right now where I explained to somebody who was about, I think she's 19 years old, and she's pretty well biblically grounded as well. I explained to her how every scientific movie, every sci-fi movie I ever saw growing up is now literally our reality. And the last one to go is Terminator, where we're all hunted by robots. At any rate, Richie from Boston. Check out Jailbreak tomorrow. It's a good video. It's to your advantage. Or don't. Whatever. I'm out.